But I do actually want to talk about New England. New England was like one of my biggest takeaways this past week. Last week, I did say that New England versus Houston game was a poo poo bowl. Turns out it wasn't. New England might be a legitimate like team in the East. Like they are really good. I did some research on them. Um, Man, they have a lot of really good talent. I watched the highlights and a little bit of the game as well for that Houston game. Carlos Hill, the dude is a tactician. He can still just like make plays happen. I don't know if you saw the goals or watched
I
the
actually
game
that
or
was
to watch
actually
any
one of
of
the
it.
games that I did watch a lot of the highlights and a decent chunk of the
Yeah,
game.
that
So I
pass to
wanted
the
to say
wingback.
that Houston
Oh
was
man.
just bad, and maybe some of it is that Houston is bad. I'm sure some of it is, but New
Oh yeah, they're
England
not great. Yeah.
definitely are better than anybody thought. You'd have to argue they're contenders for playoff. Maybe not a home playoff game, but if they keep playing like this against anybody, then they could do it. So I think they're going to be a lot better than we thought. I completely agree with you. They when you play a team like Houston, if people are calling it the poo poo bowl and you want to say, hey, we're not, we're even though we're not a good team, we're above that level. They proved it, and that's how you need to perform against a team like that, even if it is
And
at home.
Bruce Arena continues to like, look, I'm still around. Like, I'm still like one of the greatest American coaches to ever live. And the what he's getting out of that, I mean, you have a young core that is playing really well. Carlos Hill is obviously like the captain of that team. He is the
Yes.
veteran. He's holding it together. And man, the way he's been able to open up the fields, like this pat that Houston game, they played with two strikers up top and the wingbacks were just able to engage in Jones and Brandon By. Like those guys were just able to spread out the field, and then they have this young Colombian named what was his name? I have him right here,
Yeah.
Borrero. He's 21 years old, striker slash winger, like kind of a hybrid. Dude, I was watching him play, and I even went back and watched the week one because I didn't get to see too much of that. Man, that guy is going to be the next star in this league. Like,
Yeah.
I have no doubt. Like, if you watch that, the way he plays with the ball at his feet is just so good. He has so much speed. He honestly reminds me of like that similar style of like an Mbappe. Like the guy is really good, and I was
And
like
that's
really
that's high
impressed watching.
praise.
Like not so much he's going to be the next Mbappe, but just like that style, like this, like that
But even
speed, and
though
like being able to
that is
like put
it's
him.
even if you're not the next Mbappe, if you're a good player and you have that style, that's a lethal style in the modern game.
Yeah, he was just he was really good. So like I'm pretty high on New England, and then apparently New England also the goalie Petrovic, Serbian goalie, he's already apparently getting looks at over in Europe and potentially be on the move like this summer. I didn't really keep up with too much with New England's season at the end of last year after Matt Turner left and they got kind of knocked out of the Champions League. But apparently they just have like talent just waiting in the wings, ready to go, just like FC Dallas or like a Philly Union. And he came in and apparently he's been balling out. If you guys are New England fans, leave comments down below if you guys think he really has the opportunity to go over there. But apparently he's been playing really well and getting looks already. So that New England team is looking really good. Like
Yeah, they're making money on
if they can be
transfers,
able to
bringing
kind of
in
like
youth product. That's what you need when you're a team
because they made a
over
lot of
here.
money. They made a lot
Yeah,
of money selling.
you
They
gotta
sold
produce.
Tyjon Buchanan. You
Yep.
sold the Polish guy. Why am I drawing a blank?
Uh,
The striker. Oh my gosh, I'm drawing a complete blank.
Buxa.
Busca, yeah. Um Gustavo Bo, I don't believe is there anymore. But and then you sold Matt Turner. You made good money. They made good money and they didn't really spend it either. They just kept on
Yeah.
investing into like young talent and it's working really well. Like Bruce Arena's running a really good foundation over there of just like this flow of talent. And if he can keep on bringing money in for the team, like that's huge. And I think, like you said, having that leader of Hill in the middle, and he on like Hill and like Pozuelo were like to me like you could have you could have like swapped their jerseys and you would never know. Like they play very similar.
Yeah, they're very.
I would
Yeah,
say
that's
I would say
Spanish.
Hill
It's
probably
very
gets back.
Spanish cam.
Yeah, that ticky tack, like
Yeah.
very just like being able to see the through balls through, and just like they play very very similar. I think Hill's more willing to get back a little bit more than Pozuelo ever did. But like the vision that those guys have, like they look the same. Like I was watching, I'm like, fuck, is that Pozuelo? Like the fact he was able to get that wing back on that second goal, like that, to see that is insane.